$1,000 a year, then I'll be happy. And then people making 30s, like, if I just wish I had 50, people making 50. If I just make twice, if I just made 100, then I'll be happy. People with 1-bedroom house are like, if I just had 2-bedroom house, then people with 2, if we just had 3, people with 3s like that, if we just had an office, people with an office, say, well, if we just had a pool, people with a pool are just like, a kiddie pool, a jacuzzi, a pool for our neighbors so we don't have to deal with their germs, you know. And we think when we get those things, we'll be happy. You know, if you ever were like searching for love for like a really, really long time, like I was, and a professional dater, you know, and you think, man, once you get married, you'll be happy. I got married really late. I said that a few weeks ago. I said, like, once you get married, you'll be happy. And somebody in the back of the crowd goes, nope. It's funny every time. But, you know, that's the thing, man, is it's not true. Our happiness never will depend on another person. Our joy is something that can never depend on our environment or the things around us. Not money, not another person. It's not up to them to make us happy. Happiness and joy is something that can only be found from within.
That's true. Yes, sir.
And the world makes us all these promises and they never deliver. The world will make promises like crazy, insane promises. Like if you just cut yourself about 15 more times, then you won't feel the pain you're going through. It'll make crazy promises like, you know, if you really love the people around you, then why don't you go ahead and take your life and not wake up tomorrow, and then they will finally be happy for the first time. And anybody who ever believes that promise from the world and they go through with it, the exact opposite 100% of the time is the truth. That no one is ever happy. That 100% of all of us are heartbroken every time that happens. See, the world makes their promises, but I believe that God also makes His promises. And the world's promises have never delivered for me. Maybe they've delivered for you. But I know that God's promises are true, and they cannot be stopped. And this is the promise that He has for you, whether you think it's true or not. And that's this, that God has always loved you. He loves you now, and He always will love you. And it doesn't matter what you've done, and it doesn't matter what you're doing, and it doesn't matter what you're going to do. He said this, whether you think the Bible is true or not, these are His words. He said that He demonstrated how much He loved us. While we were unworthy and while we were quote-unquote still sinners, that He still sent His Son Jesus to die for us on a cross because He loves us. And here's what that means tonight, is that God doesn't want to take our lives away. God doesn't want to steal our fun away. It's the exact opposite. God actually wants to give us life. God actually wants to do more than just give us life. God wants to give us a reason to live and a reason to breathe and infect us with a love, because see, love is what's going to change the world, and that is exactly what God is. God is love. And any Christian out there that's ever told you that God hates you, I apologize for every single one of those idiots, because that is the exact opposite of how God feels about you. God is love. He doesn't know how to hate you. It's not in His character. You may not be for Him and you may not be with Him, but He is for you and He is with you tonight. God loves you. Thanks for listening to me. This song's called God is Holy.